Hello everyone, my name is Amit, and in this video we are going to talk about the square roots and cube roots of natural numbers. Though it is not written over here, but then we will be finding out square roots and cube roots of natural numbers. So by the end of this video you should be able to find out cube roots of 8-digit numbers, 10-digit numbers, 9-digit numbers, so forth and so on. But before you go ahead and watch this video, I would like you to watch the previous video, Vedic Mathematics 2, where we found out squares of numbers from 1 to 125, and that is going to be extremely helpful when you would be finding out square roots and cube roots. Having said that, I have made one more request which I make in every video. Please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and disseminate the information amongst your friends, right? Having said that, let me get started and let us see what do we have for you over here. The first thing is this, which we talked about in the previous video. If last digits of a number, say you need to find out 1 square. 1 square is 1, right? And how about 9 square? 9 square is 81, but then we are writing only the digit at a unit place. So 9 square is 81, so that's gonna be 1. How about 2 square? 2 square is going to be 4. How about 8 square? 8 square is 64. The last digit of 64 is 4. How about 3 square? 3 square is going to be 9. And how about 7 square? 7 square is 49, but the digit at the end of 49 is 9. How about 4 square? Not 6, rather I will say 4 square. 4 square is 16, which is 6. And again 6 square, which is 36, is 6. And how about 5 square? That is 25 or 5. So if you are finding out squares of numbers that end either with 1 or 9, the last digit of perfect square number will be 1. If you are finding out perfect square of any number that ends with either 2 or 8, last digit of the perfect square number will be 4. Similarly, in case of 3 and 7, if the number ends with 3 or 7, last digit of the perfect square number certainly will be 9. And it is not very difficult to remember, you see, because 1 plus 9 is 10. 2 plus 8 is 10, 3 plus 7 is 10, and 4 plus 6 is 10. So sum of these two numbers will always be 10. Having said that, there is one more analysis that we should be making before we move ahead. You see, last digit of a perfect square number never ends with either of these 4 numbers, 2, 3, 7 and 8. If you happen to see these 4 numbers at the end of any number, there is a guarantee that that number is never going to be a perfect square number, right? Having said that, let's go ahead and let's try to talk about the methodology of finding out a perfect square number or a square root of a perfect square number. Now say I take this example. What if I have got, say I have got 2025. You know how to find out square root of 2025 because 2025 is a square of 45, right? Now see this. How do I do that? It's pretty simple. If it is a 4-digit number, is a 4-digit perfect square number, then its square root is going to be a 2-digit number. Why does this happen? What did I say? Listen to the statement once again. If your perfect square number is a 4-digit number, its square root is going to be a 2-digit number, because 32 square is equal to 1024 and 99 square is equal to 9801. And if I write over here 31 square, it is 961. And if I write 100 square, that's gonna be 10,000. So why am I writing this is, if you have got a 4-digit perfect square number, that perfect square number would be anywhere between 32 square to 99 square. Is that okay? I hope it makes sense to you. In another way, you can say that 32 square, which is 1024, is the least 4-digit perfect square number. And we may also say that 99 square, which is 9801, is the largest 4-digit perfect square number. Having said that, I need to find out what is going to be square root of 2025. Now, if I am finding out 2025 square root, try to understand that if this is 5, the last digit of the square root for sure will be 5. I hope you understand. Now, once you have found out what is going to be at the last digit, just discard it. Is that okay? Now, what do we have to do? We have to find out this number. And then you find out what is going to be a perfect square number which is just less than 20. What is a perfect square number which is just less than 20? What did I say? The moment you found out that this is 5, so last digit of the number is going to be 5. Discard the last two numbers because you're finding out square roots. Then you're left with the first two numbers, which is 20. A number which is a perfect square and just less than 20 is 16. And what is the square root of 16? It is, and your job is done. So I'll do one more problem so that you understand over here. Maybe I'll try to find out. This one for you. Maybe 110 and 25. So we need to find out this square root. How do we do that? Again, I said that this number is going to be a 3-digit number. Why it is going to be a 3-digit number? Because 99 is square. 9801 is going to be a 2-digit number, square root, and 1000 onwards, 10,000 onwards, square root is going to be a 3-digit number. So this is going to be 5 because over here you have got 5. Now discard the last 2 digits, and what is that? You are left with 110. And what is the perfect square number which is just less than 110? It is 100. What is the square root of 100? It is 10. Write it down, your job is done. So with 5 there is no confusion. But then if you don't have 5, what is going to happen? Then you will be having 2 cases. Let us see how we are going to have 2 cases. So I am finding out square root of 2401. Please be mindful of this. Now I have 1 at the unit place. If I have 1 at the unit place and at the last slide, what did we do? If perfect square number ends with 1, then the number will either be 1 or 9 at the unit place. Square root of 2401 will either have 1 or will have 9 at the unit place. What is going to be at the tens place is what we need to talk about. Now, discard these two numbers. And the moment you discard these two numbers, what is that you are left with? You are left with 24. Is that okay? What is the perfect square number which is just less than 24? It is 16 because 25 is bigger than 24. 16 is the square root of 4. So number will be either 49 or 41. Do you understand what I am trying to say? It's pretty simple. How are we getting 1 and 9 is simple because perfect square number ends with 1. So the square root number can either have 1 or 9 at the unit place. Now how am I finding out the digit at the tens place? Because I discarded the last 2 digit numbers and then I am left with 24, and then I figured out which is a perfect square number just less than 24. Then I found out 16, and 16 is the square root of 4. So this is going to be either 4 or 4 will be at the tens place. Now we will have to discard which is going to be the square root either from 49 or 41. Now I said that concentrate on this number which is 24, right? 24, and then there is a method a into a plus 1. What is a? This digit at tens place is going to be a. And then 4 into 5 is 20. So the number that we have generated is 20. How did we get 20? the digit at tens place, which is 4, will have to be multiplied with a number, one more. 4 into 5 will be 20. So I said that we have got two numbers to do the comparison from. One number is 24, which is our number. Another number is 20, which has been generated. Because our number is bigger than the generated number, which is going to be the square root, the bigger number is going to be the square root. Once again, let me summarize this. If the number that we have is bigger, then the bigger out of the two will be the square root. If our number will be the smaller than that of the number that has been generated, then our number is going to be the smaller number. I hope you are getting this. I'll take 2-3 more examples so that you understand. You don't have to be impatient because this is something that you're doing for the very first time, and you will understand in the next 5 minutes. So see what I'm trying to say. I have got another example. Say I found out 2304. I need to find out square root of 2304. Now 2304 is a 4-digit perfect square number. So its square root will be a 2-digit number. Point number 2 out here is because this ends with 4, the last digit of the number will be what? It is going to be 2 or 8, because 2 square could be 4, 8 square could be 64. So I say that this will be either 8 or 2. Is that okay? Now what do we do is we discard the last two numbers, and the moment you discard the last two numbers, what is that you're gonna have? Discard these two numbers and then you have 23. Now what is the perfect square number that is just less than 23? It is 16. And what is the square root of 16? It is 4. So the number will be either 42 or 48. Does this make sense? Now, how to discard between 42 and 48? The number that we have out here is 23. Is this okay? And the number that we will generate is, because the digit at tens place over here is 4. 4 will be multiplied with one more number. So 4 into 5. 4 into 5 will be 20. So there are two numbers to do the comparison from: the number that we already have and the number which has been generated. Because our number is bigger than the generated number, out of these two, the bigger is going to be the square root. I hope it makes sense to you. One more question and then all our doubts must get cleared. I'm going to take another example where something like this. I'll say, what if, because you were finding out 1024. Now you know that 1024 is the square of 32, but then we need to find it out. So I say what? If you need to find out square root of this number, if the digit at unit place is 4, the digit at unit place of the number will be what? Either 2 or 8. Do you understand this? Why? Because this is 4. So 2 square is 4 or 8 square 64. So these two could be the possibility. Now what do I have to do? I have to discard the last two digits. And if I happen to discard the last two digits, what is that I am going to get? These two are gone and I am left with 10. And what is the perfect square number which is just less than 10? It is 9. And what is the square root of 9? 32. So out of 32 and 38, any number is going to be the square root of 1024. Now how do we do the comparison? Our number is 10 out here. Our number is 10. And when you multiply this number 3, which is at the tens place, if you multiply 3 with one more, so it is going to be 3 into 4. 3 into 4 is going to be what? 3 into 4 is 12. Do you understand this? Now what is happening is our number, which is 10, is smaller than that of the generated number. 10 is less than 12. 10 is less than 12. So which is going to be the square root out here? Because our number is smaller than the number that has been generated, this number, the smaller number, is going to be the square root. I hope it is making sense to you, and it's very simple. So there are 2-3 steps that you have to take care of. Look at the last digit of the perfect square number, then create the two possibilities, discard last 2 digits, then you're left with the rest of the numbers. Try to find out a number which is going to be the perfect square, which is a perfect square number, and find out square root of that number and create 2 possibilities and try to discard it. How do we do that? You just cancel out the last 2 digits, concentrate on the rest of them, and then create another number. If your number is bigger, the bigger of these two will be the square root. If your number is smaller, then smaller of these two will be the square root. As simple as that. That's what we have done with 23, 2304 and 1024. Is that okay? Now let's do some more problems so that you understand more. I have got these ones. As I said that I found out square root of 2401, which is 49. Now let us find out square root of 3136. If I need to find out square root of 3136, see this number, this is 6. So there will be 2 possibilities. What are the 2 possibilities? It can be either 4 or 6. Why it can be 4 or 6? Because this is 6. So 4 square is 16 and 6 square is 36. Now discard these 2. Then what is that you're left with? You're left with 31. Right? And which number is a perfect square number just less than 31? It is 25. And 25 is the square root, 25 is the square of 5. So what is that you have? Either of 54 or 56. So your number will be square root of square of either 54 or 56. Now how do we do the comparison? The number that we have out here is 31, and the number that will be generated is 5 into 6. 5 into 6 is 30. Now it's pretty simple to do the comparison, because our number, which is 31, is bigger than the number which has been generated. How did we generate this number? By multiplying 5 with 1 more, which is 6. 5 into 6 is 30. Our number is bigger, so this bigger number is going to be the square root. So 3136 is going to be square of 56. Now if you understand this thing, how do we find out 9801? 9801, I said that is square of 99. Let us find out what is the square root of 7744. Again, we will have to create 2 possibilities. Because this is 4, it will be either 4 or 6. No, it will be either 2 or 8. It will be either 2 or 8. That's pretty simple. Till now, are you getting that? Now what do you have to do? You have to find out what is going to be the digit at the tens place. And how do you do that? Because this is 77. Discard these 2 numbers. What is the perfect square number which is just less than 77? It is 64. Because after 64, what do you have? 8 square is 64 and 9 square is 81. So you have 64. And what is going to be the square root of 64? It is 8. So the square root will be either of 88 or 82. Now we will have to discard which is going to be the right answer. Now the number that we have is 77. Is that okay? And how do we generate the number? Because this number is 8. 8 into 9 is 72. Out of these 2, our number is bigger, and hence this bigger number is going to be square root of 7744. So 7744 is the square of 88. I hope you understand this. 11025, we did it. That's 105. 15625. Most of the time I have seen this in the competitive examinations. So I request you all to find out square root of 15625. How do we do that? 15625. See, when the number ends with 5, you don't have to make two cases. You understand why does this happen? So if this ends with 5, it is going to be 5. And because this is a 5-digit number, square root is going to be a 3-digit number. Does this make sense? Now discard the last two. And what do you have? You have got 156. Now what is the number which is a perfect square number just less than 156? It is 144. And 144 is the square of 12. So that's going to be this. So 15625 is the square of 125. So that this number is 125. You find out 3721. We found out 1024. 1024 is square of 32. Right? Find out 3721. Square root of 3721. I just said that there will be two cases now. Why there will be two cases? Because this is a 4-digit perfect square number and over here you have 1. So it will be at the unit place. It could be either 1 or 9. This is okay. And then you discard the last two. And then you have got 37. And a number which is a perfect square and just less than 37 is 36. And 36 is the square of 6. So over here you will have either 61 or 69. Now how do we discard this? Our number is 37. Is that okay? And the number that we will generate is 6 into 7. So 6 into 7 is 42. Out of these two numbers, which is smaller? Our number is smaller and hence square root of this number is going to be 61. I hope you are understanding this thing. So this number is going to be, square root of this number will be 61. It's pretty simple, this one, 14641. Please do it for yourself and see if you are getting that answer. And I hope that by now you are comfortable with finding out square roots of numbers, of natural numbers. So this number is 14641. As I said that now this is going to be a 3-digit number. The square root of this number is going to be a 3-digit number because this is 1. So it will be either 1 or 9 at the unit place. And you do this, you discard the last two numbers. Then you're left with 146. And what is the number which is a perfect square number and just less than 146 is 144. 144 is the square root of 12. So that number will be either 121 or 129. And how do we discard this thing? Because 146 is our number over here. And how do we find out the rest of the number? The number that we will be doing the comparison from 12 into 13. How are we getting 12 over here? Except 1 or 9. 12 into 13 is coming out as what? 156. So the number that we will be doing the comparison from is 156. So there are two numbers that you have to do the comparison from. 146 is our number over here that we have, and 156 is the number that has been generated. Because our number is smaller than this number, out of these two, smaller is going to be the square root of this number. Isn't it simple? Now, so that is how we find out square root of perfect. I'm so sorry. We find out square roots of perfect square numbers. Is that okay? I am shooting this video at 2:30 in the night because the entire day we keep ourselves busy. But this is what the passion is. So sometimes mind get disturbed, right? But I hope that you are understanding the concept. Okay. Now let's move ahead and let us try to solve this question. And this question says that a gardener plants 17956 trees in such a way that there are as many rows as there are trees in a row. So what are they saying is the number of trees in a row and number of rows, they are same, and the total number of trees is 1, 7. So say there are n rows. There are n rows, and I'll say that n trees per row. How do we do that? So number of total trees will be what? Total number of trees will be n square, and that is given to you in this problem is 17956. So what is going to be the value of n? The value of n is going to be 17956. So this question is pretty simple. You have to find out square root of 17956. And how do you do that? So let us figure it out over here. Because you're finding out square root of 17956. Square root of 17956. So this will be, there will be a 3-digit numbers because this is 6. So it could be either 4 or 6 at the unit place. Is that okay? Now discard the last two. What is that you're left with? 179. What is the number which is a perfect square number and just less than 179? 12 square is 144, 13 square is 169, 14 square is 196. So 13 square is going to be less than 179. So this number will be either 134 or 136. Do we have the clarity? Now how do we discard between these two numbers? Our number out here is 179. And what is the number that they will be generating? They will be generating a number which is 13 into 1 more. 13 into 1 more is going to be how much? 169 plus 13. That's going to be 182. So the number that we will do our comparison from is 182. And out of these two numbers, which is smaller? Our number is smaller. And because our number is smaller, this number, the smaller of these two, is going to be the perfect square number. Is going to be the square root of this number. Is that okay? So what is the answer out here? The answer out here is 134. Now let us move to the next problem. I hope that you have understood this. If you read the problem and you find out that somehow you will have to find out square root, and that's the perfect way to find out the square root of the number, right? Now, how to find out cube roots of numbers? Something like this. So last digit of a cube is, you see this. Before we do anything else, you see this. 1 cube is 1. 2 cube is 8. 3 cube is 27. 4 cube is how much? 64. 5 cube is 125. 6 cube is 216, isn't it? 7 cube is 343. 8 cube is 512. And then we have to do only 9 cube, which is 9 cube is 729. Now, if you're finding out cube root, if it is 1, this is 1, so it doesn't make a difference. If it is 2, then this is 8. Try to understand it. If this is 2, this is 8. If it is 3, this is 7. If it is 3, this is 7. If it is 4, it is 4. It is not a problem. It is not a problem. If it is 5, it is 5. It is not a problem at all. 6 and 6, not a problem. 7 and 3. If it is 7, then this is going to be 3. If it is 8, this is going to be 2. And if it is 9, this is 9. So what is that we are understanding? Is this a very simple thing that you should understand out here with this discussion? That is, if your perfect cube number ends with 2, it is the perfect cube of a number that ends with 8. And if any number that ends with 8, the cube root is going to be 2. So if it is 2, it's going to be 8, and vice versa. If it is 3, it is going to be 7. And if it is 7, it is going to be 3. Rest of the numbers will be the same. So now let us do some more problems so that you understand what are we talking about out here. Say you need to find out you need to find out, I'm going to take the very simple examples. I need to find out cube root of this number. How do I find out cube root of this number? I'll do this. Because at the unit place you have got 1. So if it is 1, this is going to be 1. Does not make a difference. Then I will discard the last 3 digits. And then what is that we are left with? We are left with only 1. And what is a number which is either equal to or less than, and it has to be a perfect cube number? It is 1, nothing else. So this is going to be the cube of 11. Is that okay? Now let us do this problem. I need to find out cube root of number 91125. If it is 5, it is 5. Does not make a difference. And what do you have to do? You have to discard the last 3 digits. And what is that you're left with? You're left with 91. And what is the number which is a perfect cube and less than 91? You see, 4 cube is 64. 5 cube is 125. So 4 cube which is 64 is less than 91. So over here it has to be 4. So this number is 45 cube. So this number is 45 cube. I hope you're getting this. Now let us do one more problem so that we could take it ahead. I'll find out this one. And you should be mindful that finding out cube root of the perfect cube number is way simpler than that of finding the square root. Now if you need to find out cube root of 704969, how do we do that? If it is 9, it is 9 that we have learned. Because the difference will be only with 2 and 8 and 3 and 7. That is it. And then what do I do is I discard the last 3 digits because I am finding out perfect cube number. What is that I'm left with? I'm left with 709. Now what number is going to be a perfect square number and just less than this number? Now let us see this. 8 cube is 512. And 9 cube is 729. So 729 is bigger than this number. So this number has to be nothing but 89. Because 8 cube is 512. So this number is going to be 89 cube. I hope it makes sense to you. We will be doing all the problems so that you get the clarity before you switch it off. Now, what if I need to find out cube root of 32768? Now what is that we learned? If it is 8, it has to be 2. And then you discard the last 3 numbers. And then you're left with 32. Which number is a perfect cube number and just less than 32? 3 cube is 27 and 4 cube is 64. So what is the possibility that we are left with? 32. So this number is 32 cube. Right? Now let's do one of the next one. The next one is kind of bigger one. 1157625. It looks big, but then its answer is way too simple. How this is simple? This is 5. Does not make a difference. So what do? You just discard this one. 1157. Now how do we find out 1157? Say 10 cube. 10 cube is 1000. Okay. 10 cube is 1000. Whereas 11 cube is 1331. Now this number has to be this number. A number that we are looking for, the perfect cube number, has to be less than 1157. So which number is going to be 1157? This is 10. So this is 10. So this number is 105 cube. 105 cube. Aren't they simple? They are way too simple. So what are we learning is finding out square root is very simple. But at the same time, finding out cube root is way simpler. I'll do one more problem and then I will wind up this session, assuming that you know how to find out the rest of the numbers. Now, if this is 9, this is 9. Doesn't make a difference, so this is gone. 117, which is a perfect cube number, just less than this number. 5 cube is 125. 4 cube is 64. So this is going to be 4. So this number is 49 whole cube. One more, and then because I thought that I will be able to solve all of them, but that doesn't seem to be the case for today. But then I'll take this. If it is 6, it is 6, and then you discard the last 3, and then you have got 438. What is the perfect cube number which is just less than 438? Now understand, 6 cube is 216, 7 cube 343, 343 is less than 438, right? But then 8 cube is 512, so this is going to be 76. So this is going to be the cube of 76. I hope that you're understanding this. So in this video, what did we do is, we talked about how to find out square roots of perfect of natural numbers, and then we found out how to find out cube roots of perfect cube numbers. If you have liked the video, please disseminate the information. In the next video, which is going to be more crucial than that of this one, because I have seen this in examination that they combine these two topics, decimals and square roots, and that makes a very deadly combination. Even in CAT, even in GMAT, banking or SSC or any other examination, you get either 1 or 2 problems. It is guaranteed. So if you have understood this and you don't know how to solve the problems of decimals and square roots, that would not be solving our purpose. So in the next video, we will be doing that thing. So please go ahead and watch that video as well. Thank you very much for being very patient with me, because I may have made 1 or 2 mistakes here, but I seek your forgiveness if something has not gone well. If still that's fine, please write in the comment box. If any improvement that you want, please write in the comment box, and subscribe and press the bell icon and do whatever you want to do, but steady, right? Okay then, bye bye and take care. Thank you very much for watching.